Oh, disappointed. No knock at the door today. No visit from Christian or Katie. What can you do, innit? My day will come. Where did I end up? Just a bit similar to last week, really. Just on the edge of zone 2. So zone 3, as it happens. Um, but I moved mine slightly last week. So I'm sort of almost, well, I'm on top of where the winning cross was. Slightly, a couple of pickles to the left. But what's interesting to note is I've left this zoomed out so we can see the winning where the winning cross coordinates are. So if you look at this, the judges was 2088, 1286. If we go back to Saturday's video where we looked at our average, so remember that 2088, 1286. Our average was 2085, so we were only 3 pixels out on the X. 1295. We were 9 pixels out on the Y. That's probably the closest average we've ever had. We've had some good ones. We've had some close ones in the past. What's come up there now? Christian from BOTB, win 10 grand for free. You've got free tickets. Oh, okay. I'll sort that out in a minute. So yeah, our average was only a few pixels out from the winning average. So let's go back. Let's go back to that and zoom in a bit so we can see what's going on. So yes, I didn't drop mine. I mean, we saw where the average was, but I decided that looking at this guy on the left, I thought the judges would go higher. So I stayed where I was instead of going down near the winning, near our average. I stayed further up to my detriment. So I haven't looked at the judges yet. I assume they did what we did because I was near our middle cluster. If you remember, there was 3 clusters. Well, I could go back to it, but I won't. There was 3 clusters. There was one in the middle. It was a higher one, and we said, yeah, I couldn't see it being in a higher cluster because that means judges would have had to have gone even higher than that. I couldn't see it in the lower one because they'd have gone even lower than that. So the lower one, as much as the crosses would have made sense from the way they're looking at, it was unlikely the way the judges were going to go. So let's have a look at the judges, see what they did. Okay, that's interesting. Much. Actually, no, it's not. I was going to say a much bigger spread than we had, but I don't think it is actually because they've gone. Don't think they've gone quite as low as some of ours did. And I have to say, although I'm colourblind, for the life of me, I can't see the 8th cross. There's 8 judges. I can only see 7 crosses. I think one must be on top of the other. I haven't played the audio back, so I don't know. I don't know what they've said, but I can only see 7 crosses there. One must be very close to the other one that I can't see it. But yeah, I don't think this one over to the left here, to me, is possible. It's feasible from the guy on the left. I don't think it's feasible from this guy. So if anything, I think they're going to have to remove that because it doesn't fit. It to put one over there like that far left, you have to ignore this player completely because there's no way you can interpret him as looking all the way over there. Other than that, I don't know if they're going to take any others out because we were the same. We were spread up. It was always a height issue with the guy on the left here. Anyway, enough of that waffling nonsense. Just skim to the end and see what happened. Yeah, they did just that. They took that the silly one out on the left hand side and left the others in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, I can only see 6 now. See, for those of you that aren't colourblind, you're probably looking at it and going, "It's Behemoth. What the hell's the matter with you?" There we are. See, but anyway, I'm having an operation on my eye in 2 weeks' time on a Tuesday, so there won't be a video in 2 weeks' time because I won't be able to see what I'm doing. I'll be recovering. Yeah, not a lot I can say about the judging there because their height ranges like ours was, quite low, quite high. Obviously, it's going to be in the middle. It's an average. But yeah, there was a daft one they had to take out there. Right, let's have a look at this week's picture because I think I've done one. Oh yeah, I have done one. I'm not 100% convinced with this. I got to be honest. Let me click on draw lines because I'm going to be drawing lines in a second. This fella at the back here, I thought he was looking. At first glance, when I looked at it, I thought, oh, he's looking quite horizontal, quite straight. And then on closer look, I thought, actually, he's not because there's more white under his eyes, and you can see his pupils going up slightly. And the other eye looks as though it's raised a bit as well because his eyebrows are raised. And this fella at the front as well, he's looking up slightly. So I may have gone too high, I don't know, but that's my first one. Let me draw some lines. The thing is, what I noticed with these two players, there's no sense of urgency about either of them. It doesn't look like they're particularly interacting. This looks like they're looking at a distance to the ball, which is why I've gone a bit further away. The guy at the back isn't doing much. He's just sort of watching. The guy at the front, he can't have just headed it. Otherwise, his head and neck would be forward and his arm would be back, where he's used his arm for thrust. So, if anything, I think he might be expecting it to come towards him. But yeah, it was the lack of urgency which stood out for me. So yeah, we've got all the time in the world. We're not fighting for this, so that's why I put it a bit further away. And when I put that there, I thought, are the judges going to go higher than that, perhaps? And I'm not convinced. One might, but I'm not convinced many will. If anything, one or two might go a bit lower. So I might have to come a bit lower just to fit into where I think the judges would go. So anyway, let me draw some lines to mine from there and see if it makes sense. See, it's okay. It's okay from Blondie at the front here. That sort of fits in with mine there. And possibly the guy at the back, if I look at his other eye, his left eye, I don't think that's too far out there. But obviously, there's a big distance between, this player here and the edge of the page. There's quite a bit of distance there to go, so it could be anywhere along there. Let me get the target down and see how that looks. Target. Pop that over there, where mine is, but there. Are they looking at? Yeah, see, now this fella in the front is, to me, he is looking at that zone 1, zone 2 area. Spot on there. And the guy at the back. No, I've put the target down. Oh, that's it then. Well, that's the winning cross. I wouldn't even bother playing this week, guys. This is all over. It's mine. I'm having the Alfa Romeo Junior, whatever it's called, and 50 grand. Right. Enough of that. What else have I got? Thursday's draw. All I've done is just one on this choice here of the make or the Golf R. And I'm going to pick the Golf R. And there's no cash. Oh, yes, it is cash with this. Yeah, it doesn't say it here, but it's 3 grand cash with it. So I'd go for the Golf R, I think, and 3 grand because I have taste. Nothing else there really appealed to me for the right price. And then next Monday's draw, nothing appealed to me there at all. Quite like the look of that Audi. I just don't want to spend that much. As you know, I'm a sucker for the auto vehicle draws. There's only 2 on there at the moment for the cars. I might do this Range Rover Velour, as Clarkson would call it. £2.67 with 30 grand cash alternative. 25,000 tickets, mind. Definitely be doing something on this Focus ST line. I do like an ST Ford, as you know. This is a 72, so yeah, I'll definitely be doing something on that. I haven't got much else other than tonight's draw on the giveaway, guys. Brand new Toyota Hilux GR Sport 2 and 3 years road tax and 3 grand or £39,000 cash. And I hadn't noticed the cash when I bought the ticket. In fact, I'm not even sure there was a cash alternative when I bought the ticket because I quite often had them later. So, yes, and I ummed and ahed about keeping that. And then I thought, yeah, but 39 grand in the pocket, I could do a lot with that. I could do a lot with that. That'd probably be more useful to me than a brand new 4x4, which I wouldn't get decent use out of. Because all it would ever do is short little trips back and forth to town. So it'd be a bit of a waste for a big car or like that. Doesn't make sense. And the other thing I've got on here is this Swift Tracker. Now you've seen me, heard me make a fuss of these before. I think the Swift Tracker X is a fabulous looking camper van. And it comes with a Volvo XC40, which I think is also practically brand new. I think they're both brand new. even though the Volvo's registered, I think it's only done like 1,000 miles or something like that, or even less perhaps, and 10 grand. So there is a cash alternative, but as usual, I don't think the cash alternatives adds up to the value of the vehicles. So I think you can take one or the other, or take all cash. But I would be tempted, very tempted, to take them both and 10 grand. But there we are. We'll see. That's drawn when? I can't remember. I'll have a look after. I think that's next week sometime. Might be Sunday or perhaps even next Tuesday. Other than that, that's it for me. I've got nothing else to tell you. I would imagine, and I'm sure you'll let me know, that a lot of you were in Zone 1 this week, because I think quite a few of you were near the our average anyway. I suspect that quite a few of you would have gone nearer the average after Saturday's video. So I didn't recognize the name of the winner, so I don't think it was any of you guys. But let me know, because I think quite a few of you would have been Zone 1 this week. And leave a coordinate for Saturday then, so we can make another video and see what you guys are thinking, and see if we can get as close our average to the winning average as we did this week. In the meantime, guys, thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your week, and good luck.